Hello,
Good,
Natasha.
how are you?
Hi.
Welcome. We were just talking about Jim. He was at the UFC fight, and he got a picture with Paul Giamatti, but Paul Giamatti hated him.
Oh.
Just hated him.
Not shocked?
Nothing to do with me. Humiliating.
Right, yeah, no, that's not a guy who's willing. He's like, okay, I'll take the photo, and I'll smile for the photo, but I don't want to do this.
What is the scene that you guys are into?
We were just at this. We were just at a sporting event, and it's a blurry
what
picture.
What kind of sporting
For
event?
UFC.
Right. So why?
Why? Just to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I just enjoy it.
What do you mean, why?
No, I just mean like in a sort of like negative, sort of asshole way. Like why?
Right, yeah,
that's how I meant it.
It came across
yeah.
that
Yeah,
way.
It did come across
no,
that way.
that's how I
Okay.
meant it.
All right, good,
I know.
good.
Yeah,
I thought I
yeah.
was picking up on
But-
something.
But I answered you, kill him with kindness. Well, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I just
But
like
what is it? Does that involve legs?
Sure.
Okay, so I'll tell you what it comes from. See, my father was a boxing promoter. And so I was raised that anything involving legs is like for losers. And you're only supposed to be like waist
With
up.
hands?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's the boxing mentality.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So
But
I
they
think
need
that-
their legs. They have to move around and shuffle to the left.
But
and,
like UFC, it's a lot of kicking in a cage.
yes, it's harder than boxing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your dad probably had a bias because he was a promoter
I
of
think so.
boxing.
Right.
So he didn't want people. He wanted the other thing to be not cool.
But I think what it is that I know so little about any of it, frankly, that I'm just go
Right.
with what I know from childhood, which
Right.
is like only boxing is good. Wrestling is bad.
Anything's bad. But if it's not boxing, it sucks.
If it's not boxing, it's like, it's full of shit, basically.
So
And
your
it
dad.
also makes
it's like fake.
right, and
Yeah.
it makes it so that you you don't have to be like, oh, I don't know about that. You could just be like a blanket statement. Oh, that's stupid.
Which I like doing in life.
Right,
You know what I mean? Which is a
right.
good blanket philosophy.
Right.
so
right.
your dad
If
was
you
a
don't know
boxing
it, it's
promoter
dumb.
where?
Mostly in Israel. His goal was to be the Don King of Israel. It was the 80s.
Okay, I
So
understand.
that
Wow.
was like a dream
Sure.
that people had.
To
And
be
what
the
happened
Don
with his
King of
dream?
their spot.
Huh?
To be the Don King of their spot. That was just kind of
Right, which was, we were from New York, but like
Right.
he moved out to Israel for tax evasion reasons,
I
and
see.
the plan was to become the Don King of Israel.
What was he being falsely accused of tax evasion?
Is that what happened to Don? That's what I never. Is that what happened?
Well, no, Don would say that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most people say that they're falsely accused of tax evasion.
Yeah.
Was your dad, did he really evade taxes?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
I mean, he's dead now, so I.
Yeah, you
Right.
can say it's okay.
I mean, if the fucking IRS comes after me for my dead daddy's taxes, that's where I draw the line.
Did you go to Israel?
Oh yeah.
You went with him. How long did you spend there?
What is it? Court of law. I like the idea of a belligerent interviewee who's just like, "Why are you fucking asking me questions? I didn't fucking come here for this shit." I lived there for 2 years.
Oh, okay. And then he didn't come back though because he was still evading taxes.
No, I left him there because then I was on the run. You
Right,
know, it was
right.
1988 at that point. and
Right.
I had to get out of town. I mean, I was carrying boatloads of cocaine back from Haifa.
Is that where you lived?
No, we lived in Caesarea.
Or do you? I guess
Caesarea.
do you speak Yiddish or Hebrew?
I don't speak Yiddish. And I speak like a little bit of Hebrew, but not much. And obviously, it's not a hot territory in general out there.
Right.
Right.
It's not the greatest place to be in the world.
No. And, well, I mean, in some ways, sure, but I'm just saying it's,
What years were
complicated region. The Intifada, 86 to 88.
you there? Okay.
I think that's the first one.
No, is that the uprising?
The Intifada?
Yeah.
I think it's between the Gaza Strip and it's like I think it's the original, as far as I understand it, which is limited because of my IQ and miscellaneous other reasons.
Sure. It's stupid is what you're
And
saying.
reading.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
say
it's
just like a
dumb.
baseline. No, what I would say my own baseline stupidity. I'm
Yes,
sure,
we're agreeing.
Yes. Well, you guys are what? Like, you're like major UFC types. So I mostly.
I'm a
know,
UFC type. He said he actually likes pro
I
wrestling.
like professional
like?
wrestling.
Oh, so you're the smart
men.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
So what do you leave? You go like, Dad. Like I understand. You can't be back in the States right now. Things aren't good. But I gotta get out
I'm
of
like,
here.
Daddy. I get it, man.
I can't be here anymore.
Yeah, I was like, baby, you know what I mean?
Baby,
New York
sweetie,
is
darling.
calling, when
I
New York
understand.
calls, Dad.
Was it scary? Like, was there any was there
86
violence
to
around you?
88, I'm 6 to 8 years old. My favorite movie's Rocky. And so, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's crazy times. Sometimes when I see that movie,
that's-
American Hustle,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is fucking mincemeat, you know?
What did
Relative
that?
to what it felt like back then.
What did any of that have to do with your favorite movie being Rocky?
Yeah, it really was a non sequitur.
It didn't.
Oh, I just think that I think I was like, it was a very tough guy mentality in the
Oh,
house.
I see.
Because it was like boxing, promoting, whatever. But the feeling of, well, I would say that actually, you know, what I remember back then is I remember there would be like Israeli army soldiers and you would pick them up hitchhiking. Like it was normal, you know, and they would have like an M16 and.
But that would just be how you gave back to the troops?
I think it was just like, it felt very different. And I remember after 9/11 in New York, they started incorporating that idea of like, if you see something, say something.
Right.
Which was always had been like, I just remember as like a concept from sort of like the equivalent of a fire drill. In the year and a half I went to school there, elementary school, which would have been third and fourth grades I did there. And they would do, instead of fire drills, they would have like bomb drills. And so I remember like after 9/11 really feeling like suddenly that was all very
familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd been back there recently and for like a work reason. In other words, not tax evasion. And and I noticed that like that type of shit wasn't going on anymore. Like the world, I think, has changed very much.
Right.
In a way, like things were already so fucked up. Like that's what's so crazy about life anyway. Things are always so fucked up. You cannot imagine a time that is going to be more fucked up because like surely they'll fix it.
Yeah.
And they find a way to trump it.
Right. It's more fucked up.
Yes.
Right. It happens. So when did you start acting then? Because you were acting as a kid.
Oh, back then I was in pictures in Israel even. I was acting already here before I left Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Right.
Was like my big first gig in the city in New York.
So you going like, we're really moving to Israel. I got Pee Wee's Playhouse.
I'm like, daddy.
Yeah, we got business.
I'm
we got
like,
business.
you're fucking with my business, man.
Right.
And
how do you audition from Israel for Pee Wee's Playhouse in New York before the
No,
internet?
I was already doing that in New
okay.
York. And then, so when I went there, I did a couple of pictures there.
Israeli pictures.
One is in Hebrew, if I remember.
Huh.
But you don't speak Hebrew?
At the time, I did.
A little bit, okay.
You forgot.
Because, children are porous.
Right.
Adults are like, rocks.
Right. Right.
They're like, dead rocks.
Set in
Who
their
did you
ways.
play in the Israeli movie?
One time, I did a few things there. One time, and I'm going to promote them all here today.
Yeah, please
if
plug-
it's the last
plug the
fucking
mo-
thing
plug
I
the
do,
movie
that
you
I'm
were
going
in
to
when you
plug
were
these.
6.
I want to know
fucking
what you did when you were a kid.
Unfindable YouTube clips is what I'm here to fucking plug today. So, one thing, I just remember being in a hot air balloon, okay? So I was some sort of a hot air balloon kid, and I'm assuming it was a hot air balloon picture.
Right. Yeah. Well, of course, you were the star.
Yeah, no, I don't think I was actually.
Oh, so just the hot air balloon scene then.
Yeah.
Did you like being in a hot air balloon? That would frighten me.
Oh my God, did I like it?
That would terrify me.
Really? You don't like heights?
I fucking hate them. No,
I
it's
like when you
scary.
go into like talking like an old Italian man. Oh my God! The
my-
balloon was a beautiful
You go
balloon.
up in the sky. What's nice? You have the little pizza pepperoni. I am
You
nothing.
make the sauce in it.
You're stirring the sauce. You're up in the fucking sky. You're in your wheelchair. Now I'm just Kevin Corrigan and
Right.
Goodfellas.
Right. It's great. So you get back to the States, and were you able to start acting again quickly?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Toot sweet.
Dude, sweet.
That means very quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly
I
right.
took French.
Yeah. Dennis the Menace I was in. I played Dennis's babysitter. What's that, 93?
Yeah.
93?
Something about that.
Major
By the way,
picture.
any year you said, we would have said yeah.
Yeah. Dennis the Menace.
78? Yep, exactly. We don't know.
Well, you guys prepared for this.
Well, yeah.
And what a movie.
Dennis the Menace.
Walter Matthau.
Yeah, I remember.
Christopher Lloyd. Joan Plowright. Nobody ever fucking drops Joan Plowright anymore.
I don't know who she is.
That was Paul Newman's wife.
I didn't know that. Well, I was concentrating on him.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was going to be a picture of her, but it was Andre the
That's
Giant.
Andre the Giant.
So imagine my
He was-
surprise.
He was not in the film.
Oh, look, there she is.
Joan Plowright. I never heard of her. I'm sure I know who she was by seeing her with him. But I never heard of the name Joan Plowright.
No, wait, I think I'm wrong. She's definitely not Paul Newman's wife.
No,
I'm
that
totally
doesn't
wrong.
make sense.
Hold on a second.
All right.
What's her name?
He was married to somebody hotter than
No,
that.
no. What's her name?
She looks like
Who,
B.
Paul
Arthur Joan
Newman's wife?
Plowright.
Yeah. I was.
How about we
Joanne
just look up
Woodward.
Paul Newman's wife?
Joanne Woodward.
Woodward, yes, there you go.
Joanne
Her-
Woodward. Oh my God, I'm such a bad
Her
person.
I've heard of.
I was looking at this Plowright
that-
going like, I would have
Yeah.
thought that Paul Newman would do better.
Yeah, Plowright's a 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, time's up. One of the major things, no more rating system. That was one
No,
of the
you're
first
right.
thing to go.
You're right. I
Yeah.
apologize for that.
Yeah.
That
Well,
wasn't right of me.
you know what I'm gonna need.
What?
But yeah, Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, I remember when Dennis the Menace came out. I was a young boy,
Oh,
and I was
good.
very
Dennis
excited.
Falcone.
Yeah.
I was very excited for the Dennis the Menace.
You know what everybody
movie.
loved about him? The slingshot.
Right.
You don't see a lot of slingshots in the movies anymore.
I would go in. I went into my yard.
Yeah.
It was him and Bart Simpson,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I'm gonna make a slingshot, and I got some elastic, and I got a. I was terrible at it. I couldn't do any of the tricks that Dennis the
so
Menace
hard.
could do.
So hard.
Really difficult. Really
So-
difficult.
Oh, and he was such a terror.
But this Dennis the Menace,
Yeah.
he didn't do anything with himself. He
What do
didn't
you
end
mean?
up becoming a big star. of the
We don't know.
silver
Maybe
screen.
he's a major businessman or something now.
Yeah.
He could be.
It's not just showbiz.
But you, on the other hand,
Nah, me.
you become a big star.
Ish.
I would say so.
You're promoting, by
Depends
the way,
on the year.
Ballmastrz 9009, Sundays at midnight on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't just give Ballmasters to anybody.
No.
You're a big
Yeah.
star.
What is
Yeah.
9009? What's that mean?
Do you know what? I didn't know that was a part of the title until I started promoting the show. I thought it was just Ball. And my emails, I think it just said Ballmastrz.
It's the year that the show
Yeah.
takes place.
So it's in the future. And
So you also prepared for this
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah.
I do like the show a great deal.
Right. It's animated.
Very crazy.
It's an animated show.
Very crazy. The guy who did Super Jail.
Right.
That's
It's
a
on
very
Adult
special
Swim.
breed.
Right. It's a 15-minute show.
Yeah.
It's on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
It's
Came out on Sunday.
right.
So I guess it's on
Sure.
Sundays. Unless it was just the one Sunday.
Midnight.
But I think it's a show.
And you play Gaz Digsy,
Mm-hmm.
you know, who's a washed-up superstar and notorious party girl who, after a spiral of destructive antics, is demoted to the worst team in the game, the Leptons. The game, of course, is Ballmastrz.
Right. So it's, I think I sort of thought it was like a rollerball thing, but
Right.
I think it's in the future.
It's in the year 9009.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you say,
Well, that's why it's
I'm
called.
inclined to believe because
Yeah.
you're reading.
I got the thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you want, we should
It's
have.
very, very crazy.
Travis-
I really had a lot of fun doing it.
It's
They would let me
7,000
just.
years in the future.
They would just let me read. What do you think's gonna happen in the next 7,000 years? You don't think there's gonna be?
There'll be Ballmasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you? How do you see the future?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I think it'll be a little bit different than things are now, but maybe not much.
I think it'll be different.
Just the same?
I think Ballmasters will be a big sport.
Do you think it's gonna be just like aliens and hot lava?
I think there will probably not hot lava. I think there will be aliens, but I think by then we will have found a cure for hot lava.
Yeah, we'll be on other planets by that point.
Yeah.
Main thing I hope all of science is working on is a cure
Well, they
for
gave-
hot lava.
They gave up on cancer a long time
'cause I'm
ago.
like, it's not the cancer that's killing us. It's the fucking hot lava
Well, when you're a kid, what's more terrifying than hot lava?
Yeah.
We need to find a cure for it. There's volcanoes in Hawaii that are
It's
just.
fucking insane. Have you ever seen a volcano? It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Just
And
'cause
then,
they took the dinosaurs.
wait till you hear this. Hot lava, after it cools off, it just becomes rocks. So whatever's
It
under
goes
it,
to-
it's Dunsky. Dunsky.
Done
You never get
forever.
it back. It's a rock now.
What if?
Do you know that there was a volcano in Japan that people were committing suicide into?
See? And you know,
Now that's a way to go.
right into the hot
But I
lava.
don't.
Right into
How do
hot
you
lava.
even get? How do you get that close?
I guess you walk up to the rim and just jump. That's what they've been doing. They build fences around now so you can't do it. There's a famous volcano in Japan people were jumping into.
So you would climb up to a cliff. Just
Right.
walk me through it. Just
Yeah.
hypothetically,
Right.
okay?
They made a suicide bridge on top of the volcano for everybody.
did?
No.
Oh.
Why would they make
Why
a
that-
suicide
yeah,
bridge?
who's going
Why
to build
would
a
you do
bridge for people
that?
to kill themselves conveniently?
Listen, I don't know what people. I'm not a city planner.
Right, that's
okay?
true, that's fair.
I don't
That's fair.
I don't know. The kid from Dennis the Menace actually grew up to be one of the most premier city planners.
No, I heard that too.
I don't know how long it takes to die in lava.
It's like probably pretty quick. You melt and stuff.
Yeah, like do you just melt right away?
no, you probably burn to death, but how long does it take?
I don't
Couldn't
know,
take
20,
two.
25 minutes, most things. Like
All right.
That long.
It's a
in
little longer than I
traffic.
was hoping.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Oh, no, but the whole time it's, you watch good television.
Oh, good. Good. Like Ballmasters 9009?
Thank you.
There it is.
That's Sunday nights.
Are you
That's where
married?
we were
Adult
going.
Swim. Not that I'm aware of, but you know what I mean.
I do.
Any children?
I don't know.
Times are
I was
crazy.
thinking about that. Time's up. Maybe
you have a bad-
maybe I do have kids out there.
Yeah,
I don't know
It's
if
different when women say that.
It sure
'cause
is.
I
they
don't
go
know.
through the.
I don't know if it's. If I was just thinking the other day, it would be really crazy
Mhm.
if women could have children they don't know about like men do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
'Cause
Maybe
I'm
you had
like,
one and didn't know it.
It would just
lose
be
the
crazy.
memory.
It's a wild difference
Right.
that men and women
Did
go
you ever
through
take a
life
dump
with.
and it started crying?
No.
Okay, so then you probably haven't.
No
yeah.
kids.
Yeah, but I.
You have a C-section scar, and you're like, where the fuck did that come
What
from?
happened?
Oh, no. I just mean like if there was some guy out there. So you
Who's
guys are seeing
pregnant.
it the other way.
Right.
I think if there was just like some poor sucker out there and he was like, you know what I mean? Whatever, 1999 Max Fish.
Uh-huh.
He's like, there's some skater out there raising my baby. That's how I picture it more.
Right.
Who- can
right.
I
And
ask
I'm
you-
like,
I
Who's
see.
Max Fish?
no, I mean the bar. You know what I
it's a
mean? In
bar,
like the
okay.
Lower East
It
Side.
was a
And I'm
domination website too. That's why I'm asking.
Was it?
Yeah.
dominatrix or domination? Did you s-
Domination website. Yeah.
What does that
It
mean?
was like a message board for domination people.
What
I
is
just remember
a
the name from years ago.
domination person?
Subs, doms.
Yeah.
Oh, like dominatrix.
FISCH. Yeah.
I thought it was something about like world domination, and I was like, that
Oh,
is
no.
a fucked up website to go on.
FISCH, was it named for Albert Fish?
Don't know. FISCH.
Maybe.
You never
don't know.
been to Max Fish? The
no,
bar?
I have not.
You've never been there?
I haven't. You have, Troy?
I have.
What kind of bar is it?
Troy.
It's
Do you
like
have my child?
I did
Be honest, Troy.
Be honest.
Troy.
It's kind of like a hipster kind of rock and roll skater bar.
See?
Yeah, you did say skater in
It
1999.
could be.
It could be.
I sometimes think
Could be.
that skaters are like the equivalent for women of models. That
For
models.
men.
Yeah, like the way
Skaters
certain
are that attractive universally?
I just think because they're like kind of like lanky and kind of like
Mm.
their bodies and they're sort of sleepy.
Right.
And like if you see them sprawled out in the morning, it's kind of relaxing
Right.
because
But-
they kind of just lope around and they don't
But they
don't
have an
make too
odd
much
confidence,
trouble
yeah.
with, you know what I mean? Metaphysical existential,
Right.
which is how I imagine that men fantasize some models may be like.
I don't think men think about models' personalities.
Really?
No.
Yeah, they don't
Not
think
a
like,
lot.
oh, what would she be like to hang
Well,
out
how
with?
do they see it?
Like somebody to like penetrate.
Make love to.
Yeah.
You guys,
Yeah.
you guys, this is like a conversation in the 90s.
Right. Well, you asked.
Wanting to have
I
sex with a
thought-
model
I-
is very healthy.
You
to want to have
did
sex
that-
with a model.
Yeah, that you just completely brought us to that place.
That's
I know,
models
I was
want
just
you.
curious.
They
At
want
times
you to
I
want to
was
have sex
curious.
with them. They want you to want to have sex with them. Of course they do. They're beautiful. That's their
That-
job.
Come on.
To
They don't
want
even
you to
talk.
want them. Just their job is to seduce you into whatever product they're selling. Of
They don't
course.
talk. They
That's
just
why
walk.
models aren't ugly. That's why I don't do it.
That's why you
point.
don't want.
Model.
Because he's ugly.
Well, I wasn't saying that, but
I thought so.
well, maybe.
But is it? I mean,
So,
what's wrong? Of course,
you
people
don't
want to have
think that
sex with
there's-
models.
You've never been. You don't think that there would ever be something like? Do you think the next wave of the future is gonna be ugly modeling?
You know, it depends on
I
what they're
hope
trying.
so.
If it helps you sell something, sure. But I don't know why they don't think it will help you sell products.
Probably because I bet it will, because people will be like, oh my God, they're so brave. They're getting just regular people to go on, and they'll get a nice big PR wave.
You
They
guys,
can't
you
even
guys
show
are
real
very
nerds.
cynical. You guys are very cynical.
We're right though.
you think
They
so?
don't even show real nerds. They show really, really good-looking people
Oh my God,
who throw
yeah.
on a pair of glasses and go, "Boy, I'm a dork." It's like, shut up. They don't even show really unfuckable nerds.
Right.
I think a lot of these tides are turning. I think you guys are talking about like, 80s models, kind of, you
Like
know
Cindy
what I mean?
Crawford?
Something. I feel
Yeah.
like there's a bit of a.
What about
I
that
think
model
it's
that just
changed.
did like the
They're
video
still
with
attractive.
Robin Thicke, where she had her
Sure. I think
titties out the whole time?
who
The
Emily
Robin, remember that
Ratajkowski.
Robin Thicke video?
you guys are gonna get in big trouble.
Emily Ratajkowski.
You
Well,
guys
how
are really-
about
you're walking yourselves into a series
you
of
know you're
fucking
walking
pinholes.
us
I
there.
realize that maybe I'm
You're leading
You're
us to
leading
hot
us
I'm
there.
just
lava.
a channel. All right.
You're leading us
I'm
to
a
hot lava.
I'm just a channel to the truth, and the truth
Okay,
is
all right.
you and a bunch of
That's
hot lava.
she's a model from today.
Okay, you go
Yeah,
back to the
it's
dog
beautiful.
walking. Go back to the dog walking photo.
I don't. Let me tell you something.
Listen.
I don't fuck with these kind of conversations. So I'm
You
just going to tell you
started
right.
it.
You did
No, I'm
start
saying
it.
I don't look at like paparazzi photos of modern people.
She's in her
and engage-
underpants.
This
That's
is
not
way.
paparazzi.
This is what this conversation.
What?
I like talking about dead people mostly.
You do.
Yeah, I
It's
just-
What
easier.
dead person would you like
more-
to discuss? I'm more than happy to.
I just in general, I think I'm just more interested in dead people.
Right, right, and they can't come back.
Well, no, I just think that they're a little bit. They're historically. They're just a little bit more exciting to me.
I
I
see.
like a little bit like dead musicians.
Who's your favorite dead musician? Janis
Well,
Joplin. I know you tried
no.
to be in her film. You
Yeah,
want up about her, right?
now I guess like Lou Reed maybe. I
I was
mean,
never a big Lou Reed fan. Like I had one song. That's,
what do you like? You wearing a Guns N' Roses t-shirt? You like Axl Rose more than Lou Reed?
I do that. Yes, I throw the devil horns up on the elevator. People love it. I'm real rock and roll.
Are you-
You're a rock and roll type?
Oh yeah, through and through, as
Okay.
David Brent would say.
Are you disgusted by that he likes Axl Rose more than Lou Reed?
She understands
yeah,
it.
I
She
don't,
gets it.
I think it's I think it's like a medium to me. You know what I
see.
mean?
I see.
I'm not like blown away.
I don't think that he's. I'm
Yeah.
just not a fan of Louis.
You've been judging Jim on his choices of hobbies and interests the
Yeah,
whole
no,
time
but I'm
you've
a big
been here.
fan. I'm a big fan. I'm just fucking with you because I'm assuming you can handle it.
Okay, and I enjoy it.
I'm glad. Look, now we're looking Lou Reed up on the screen.
Right.
But
And
yeah, I
look
want
at
to
this
know
hit.
when you were going to play Janis Joplin, did you get close to getting that film? And then I know you dropped out, but were you close to it, or did you think you had a really good shot at it?
Which time?
Didn't you audition to play her, or you were going to play her in I guess a biography about her?
Biopic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happened to me multiple times in my life. And each time that it hasn't happened, it's broken my heart on a different and new level.
Can you sing like her, or would it have to? Well, like, were you going to do like a Val Kilmer, or would they have to have put in the singing over you?
What did Val Kilmer do?
Sang as Morrison, and so did Joaquin Phoenix as Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
And didn't Jamie Foxx do Ray Charles?
Yeah, that's right. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I would assume that I can do what Val Kilmer can do.
There it is.
I'm going to go ahead and go
Yeah.
on record with that.
Yeah, I think you can too.
Yeah.
Did you sing like her in the auditions?
Yeah, I mean, probably realistically, the older I get and the more I smoked, probably the less I could sing like her. But I think the very first times that it was first up for discussion when I was like maybe, like 22 or something, I think back then I probably could have hit more of those. But I don't have some sort of a great Janis Joplin voice or anything. I think I would have had to work on it.
Sure.
But I think I could have pulled it off.
When you go through it that many times,
Yeah.
and it breaks your heart every time.
Yeah.
Do you now, like, if it came up again, would you be like, okay, let's just see, or would you still get all worked up about it and then have your heart broken again?
Yeah, the latter.
You would.
Yeah.
You would.
I think you have to. I think that this is like the nature of a life in the arts.
Right.
Is you have
Excitement.
Yeah.
And highs and lows.
Well, it's almost like you have to believe that it's going to happen.
right.
In order to
Manifest it.
Well, it's not even. I mean, like it's not like I'm. Well, I am here promoting my new book, The Secret, which I wrote.
Oh, it was really
yeah,
good.
thank you
I
very
haven't
much.
read it, but
It's
I've
going to
heard.
be on Adult Swim Sundays at midnight.
By the way,
And-
there's a movie they want you to promote before we wrap up.
Yeah. Oh, Show Dogs.
Yeah.
It's a family film, and Will Arnett stars as an FBI agent who has to solve a case at a show dog pageant, and his partner is Ludacris,
That sounds terrific.
who's a Rottweiler, and I play a dog groomer. And Stanley Tucci's in it.
That sounds amazing.
Alan Cumming. It's the Beverly Hills Chihuahua guy, which was your favorite movie,
I liked it a lot. I preferred the sequel.
right?
Right.
Is there a two?
There is actually, yeah.
Oh, well,
Called Beverly Hills
congratulations.
Chihuahua 2.
You couldn't think of
Good.
one, could you?
No, I
You were
couldn't.
working on it. I
Nope,
saw you. You
that's
were working
called
on it.
improv bailout.